Today I am super excited to share with you Queen & Company's new sentiment stackers. These new dies have a word and a background layer, so you can layer these on top of each other to create these awesome sentiments. There are two different sets, which you can see here. And today I'm going to make a card using this set right here, the Sentiment Stackers 2. We're going to use the Wish Big Sentiment Stackers, along with the matching stamp set that comes with it. It says "It's Your Birthday" to go with the Wish Big. Also, we're going to use some of Queen & Company's new glitter foam and regular foam. It's self-adhesive and perfect for using with the Sentiment Stackers. Now, I already cut out the background one. You can see at the top the Wish Big in pink background layer. And here's the plain white foam layer that I cut out. And because it's self-adhesive, it's just really easy to put these two layers together. You can see you just peel off the backing and just apply so that they line up and you get that great little outline around each of your letters, or around the word in the pink glitter. So the glitter foam comes in two packages. You can get the neutrals, which have some regular glitter regular foam with no glitter, like the white that I'm using here, as well as some neutral colors also in the glitter. And then there's a rainbow package of the glitter foam that includes, 8 different colors. Here I'm just using my stylus to poke out the little tiny eyes. And again, because they're self-adhesive, the dots for those eyes are easy to put down. You just peel off the back and stick it down and you're ready to go. So here we'll get Big attached onto its background layer. And I love how much subtle dimension you get when you are using the sentiment stackers. It makes a big impact on your card or your layout that you're working on to use that soft foam, because you get the dimension, and yet because it's soft and squishy, you can still get in an envelope to mail it. It just doesn't make it such a problem for giving away because it's foam, it's soft. Okay, one more eye to dot here on our Big. Oh, got away from me. There we go. All right. One of the things I love about the glitter foam is that the glitter stays on pretty well. It's not 100% shed free, but it's pretty close. Better than some of the other types of glitter foam I've used in the past. All right, now another thing I'm using today are our new background dies, and I love these. There are so many shapes that just make building a card easy, so we call them our foundation dies. Here I'm just using one of our large scallop circles along with our regular stitch circle to kind of arrange how I want my sentiment stackers and my stamped sentiment that I'm about to stamp here to look. Okay, so now I'm going to take my sentiment strip, which is another one of those great background dies from our foundation set, and I'm just stamping my sentiment here with some pigment ink in a great teal color to kind of match the papers I'm going to use in my card. So this stamped sentiment, each of the words has a stamp that is designed to go with it, and you can choose to use it, or you can use the great little stackers, sentiment stackers all on their own too. So multiple choices in how you decide to use the sentiment stackers with or without their stamped sets. And each of the stamp sets is a different length. And so in the foundations dies, you'll find that there is a variety of sentiment length in the dies. And so there is a die that will fit every single one of the sentiments perfectly. Okay, time to start building the card here. I am using papers from our Birthday Bash paper kit. And you can see I already die cut out of the center of this pink piece a large scallop circle. And I'm going to cheat and go ahead and put that piece as a little bit of a background layer. You'll never know that I die cut out of it. Here is a fun confetti piece on top of it to cover up my scallop hole in that paper. And then another one of those foundation dies is this great banner piece. It is a perfect piece for building a card design on top of. So I cut that out of some teal paper, again from that Birthday Bash paper pad. And here you can see 2 more of those large background dies, and I already cut those out as I was trying to figure out what size would work best. And I'm going to go ahead and pop up that scallop circle with some foam tape, just because I really love dimension. And so I'll have a little bit of dimension here underneath my scallop circle, and I'll also have the dimension of my foam words just to give it more visual interest. So we'll add that to the center of the card there. And now I'm ready to start building that sentiment back up again like I showed you before. So wish big on top, sentiment stamp underneath. And then I also used, again from those foundation dies, there's some great little stars with nice stitched detail on them. And I used some of the pink and white glitter foam again to cut those out. And again, they're self-adhesive, so they're going to be really easy to add to my card. So I'm just going to kind of layer these up and I can't commit to adhering things until I kind of see the whole picture. I'm not like some other people who can just stick it down and they're committed. I got to kind of arrange things first, make sure I like it. Then I'll go ahead and pull the backings off of these and arrange them. So here I'm just adding a little bit of foam tape again underneath my sentiment so I can easily have it kind of match the height of the wish big layer there. So we'll add that to the center of my scallop circle. And I'm going to move that just a little bit higher, a little bit straighter. Okay, so now again, self-adhesive foam, just peel off that backing, stick it down. Same thing with big, we'll get that on there. I'm going to tuck that just a little bit behind my stamp sentiment. The reason I wanted to kind of lift it up a little bit. And then same thing with the stars, they're self-adhesive, pull off the backing, get them arranged down in that bottom left corner of my circle, and we'll be almost done. Now there are 3 different sizes of stars, and I cut out all 3 sizes, but I ended up only just using the 2 here. And then just to embellish a little bit, I'm adding some of these new frosties, some of these new fun bling to the center of my stars. And they kind of have an opaque frosted look to them. And I'm going to add a few of those, kind of scatter them around my card. I love bling. I love to add lots of bling. You'll notice that with my card samples. So I'm going to just pick a few little homes for these to kind of help the eye travel across the card. And you can kind of see a kind of a Z pattern for visual interest. And then these are tiny little jelly gems, and you've seen them maybe as topping that we put inside of our shakers. But this year we have now added them as a new bling embellishment. So now you have a tiny little size, which I love because it looks like you've just kind of scattered them around your card in a couple different sizes, again, for more interest and more texture. So I'll add a few more of these around my sentiment and around my stars. And then my card will pretty much be finished. And I'll hold it up to the camera here in a second so you can kind of see just how much, that glitter foam really sparkles and shines. And you noticed earlier I did emboss my sentiment, so that's glossy. So I just love the way that the sentiment stackers layer and work with the foam to give you such beautiful dimension. And those foundation dies are just perfect for any card that you're working to build. All the supplies that I use can be found at queenandcompany.com. Thanks for watching.